Hi, folks, the Filipina P here. And today's subject is a situation that people don't talk enough about. The issue is very complex and its roots are so deep and twisted that it sometimes seems like there's no way to fix the problem, which exists in many countries around the world. This situation strikes at the very heart of what we mean when we use the term fair, and there are almost as many opinions on how to solve it as there are people affected by it. I'm talking about poverty. Now, instead of getting into a political discussion here, I want to focus on something that I think we all can agree on. In a perfect world, everyone should have an opportunity to pull themselves out of poverty and work their way toward their future goals. That's a concept that most people in the West consider to be a truism, the land of opportunity, and the American dream. But for many of us here, that just isn't the case. No matter what we do, no matter how hard we work, there's just no way to get ahead and no real hope for a better tomorrow. It may be very difficult for people who are watching this video to comprehend, but many households here don't have a TV. They don't have indoor plumbing. A car is considered something only rich people can afford. And the thought of financial freedom and not having to worry about the next meal seems as far away as Jupiter. So today I'm going to be your investigative journalist and hit the streets, talking to some average Filipinos about their jobs, their financial situations, their hopes and dreams. Let's see what's really going on out there, shall we? First, let's hear from people with stable jobs and wages.
Hello, good morning. I have here Kuya Jeffrey. I'm going to ask him a lot of questions about his job. So, Kuya Jeffrey, what's your job? Tell us the viewers unsay imuhang trabaho.
Parking attendant, ma'am.
Okay, he is a parking attendant. And how much do you income a day?
500.
500 pesos, which is around 10 bucks US dollars. So, when did you start working as a parking attendant? Kano sa ka nagsugod?
2009.
He started since 2009. And paano ka nang apply? How did you apply for that job?
City.
City. So the government gave you the job. So what are the requirements para makakuha ka sa job? What are the requirements to get a job here in the Philippines?
Clearance, plus clearance, NBI clearance.
Okay, clearance.
Cedula.
Cedula. Okay, so before you get a job here in the Philippines, you have to procure barangay clearance, police clearance, NBI clearance, and a cedula, which is like a certificate of registration. So you said 500 a day is your income. So do you have a wife, kids?
No.
No wife, no kids. So in your 500 pesos a day income, makatigom ba ka? Can you save?
Sigo mo.
Makasave ka. Okay, so apparently he doesn't have kids, he doesn't have a wife, and he lives alone. And he can save a little from his income of 500 pesos a day. And how much can you save out of your 500 in a day?
Pati bugas pala, ma'am. Bugas pala.
Bugas. So mga pila man ang mahibilin sa imong sweldo?
Oo, may income. Sweldo na ako mabilin. Mga dos, ibayad sa utang po.
200 pesos. Okay, so he spent around 300 pesos for food and other expenses, and he can save around 200 pesos, which is around 4 bucks. So unsa may imuhang what are your plans in 5 years time? Unsa imong plano sa in 5 years?
5 years?
Yeah.
Gara.
So you mo continue ra kay nimong trabaho. So apparently he's happy with his job, and so far go with the flow.
Now, Jeffrey has an advantage because he has no wife and no children to support yet. But even though he's got a stable government job, he's only able to save around 4 bucks a day. Now, many of you might say, that's not so bad. Prices are probably so cheap in the Philippines that $4 goes a long way. While it's true that some prices are cheaper here, consider this. A liter of milk is $1.80, and these eggs are $1.60. So for a day's labor, Jeffrey barely has enough money left over to buy these two items. That doesn't sound like a lot of saving to me. And when he decides to marry and have a child or two, his wife will probably stay at home with the kids, and then Jeffrey's finances will be stretched to the breaking point. Now, let's talk to a man who's a little farther down the road in life and see how he's faring.
Hi folks, I have here Kuya Balthazar. And Kuya Balthazar, how old are you?
I'm 59 years old.
He's 59 years old. And tell us about what's your job?
No work, labor.
Driver of that.
At the Pilsa.
Okay, well, he is a driver here and currently they're working on the road. And tell us about how much is your daily wage? How much is your daily income? Pilay mo ang inadlaw, sweldo?
420 per day.
420 pesos a day.
A day.
And then how long, I mean, pila ka days mo, how many days in a week do you guys work?
6 days.
6 days.
6 days.
So he's earning $420. I mean, sorry, 420 pesos per day, and he's working 6 days a week.
Wait.
420 is like is around $8, eight something dollars. So, Kuya, are you married? Kids?
Married.
Married. He's married. How many kids?
4.
4. Okay. Well, do you think your 420 pesos a day is enough to sustain your family?
Okay na, okay.
So far,
So far,
it's sustaining. But at the end of the day, do you get any savings, or just enough to feed?
Enough to live, no savings.
No savings.
No savings.
No savings. So how long have you been doing your job? I mean, how long have you been a driver? Pila nakakatuig ka trabaho sa ilaha?
7 years.
7 years. So
7
basically,
years.
he's been working with them for 7 years, and you don't get much savings because 420 is not really enough to.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, how old is your eldest child?
11 years old.
And
Eldest.
11 years old.
11,
Okay. And then do they go to school? All 4 of them?
School.
School. Okay.
School.
So he was able to send them to school. Do you guys get health insurance? No.
No.
No health insurance.
No.
Okay, well, what is your plan in 5 years time, Kuya? Like, what is your dream in life? Usa imong pangandoy?
Maganda nung maka-school lang, kauman akong mga bata ka-school.
Okay, well, to send his children to school and they were able to finish studies. Well, that was a real. See, it's like $8 a day, but he was able to feed his family and send his kids to school. And do you get any day off, like on Sundays?
Sunday day off.
Okay, Sundays
Sunday.
day off. And well, anyway, Kuya, that was a lot of information for the viewers out there. And he is, this kind of job is actually a common job here in the Philippines, driver or construction. And thank you so much for your time, Kuya. That was really
Okay.
refreshing
Okay.
for the people out there. And good luck to your
Yeah.
kids. Well, there you have it, guys. Kuya Balthazar.
Now, Balthazar seemed like a hardworking, proud man who was able to provide for his wife and 4 kids. But on a daily wage of just $8, there was no money left over for savings, which is common for most Filipinos. And did you hear his 5-year plan and his dream for the future? To put his children through school? That was it. No retirement to a lake house where he can write that novel he's always had kicking around in his head. No traveling the world with his wife. He'll retire at 65 in just 6 years. And then what? He'll have no savings. And if he's been paying his taxes, his Social Security payments will amount to around $60 per month, or $2 a day. How can he possibly live on that and support a wife too? The answer is he can't. He'll probably have to rely on his children to support him, which is the way it works here, right or wrong. But his eldest child is only 11, so you do the math. But maybe the most important question to ask is, do you think the system is fair to Balthazar? A man who's worked hard all his life but has nothing to show for it but his descendants, who are probably gonna be in the same boat he was in? Next up, we have a mild-mannered school teacher. Let's see what's going on in her life.
Hi everyone, I have here Crystal with me and she's going to share her story with us. So Crystal, please tell the viewers your age and your profession.
Hi everyone, I'm Crystal Jacopia. I'm 28 years old and I am a teacher.
Wow, you're a
Yes.
teacher. So how much does a teacher earn a month?
I think it is not be less than 3,000.
3,000
Yes.
pesos? That's only $60 a month. Can you actually, how do you survive with that kind of income? I mean, do you rent? Can you tell us your expenses? Do you rent?
Actually, I am not renting. I have a free accommodation, I have a free electricity, and I have a free water.
Okay.
Yes.
So you still have to pay for your food, correct?
Yeah, pay for my food and pay for some loans that I borrowed.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't blame you. If you are really
Yes.
short, you have to borrow money from someone, and
Yes.
from that money you pay back. And can you even save?
Not.
No. Yeah, I don't blame you because
It's
yeah,
okay.
60 bucks
It's
a
okay.
month. How can you save? So, do you send money back home?
Sometimes if I have an extra money.
Okay, well, for you guys out there that don't know, Filipinos are like expected, or Filipinos in general are expected to help their family if they have, if they have a job. So basically, Crystal, tell us what during the COVID how much impact did it cause your job?
The impact of COVID-19 as of this moment is very hard, and it's not easy for me to do have some class because some of the schools are not allowed of having a face-to-face classes inside the classroom.
So what are your plans that I assume you're out of job at the moment because of the COVID. So are you planning to teach online, something like that?
Yeah, I plan to teach online soon, as soon as possible.
But how would you do that? Do you have your own computer?
As of the moment, I don't have any laptops and I don't have internet.
So Crystal, what are your hopes and dreams like in 5 years time?
In 5 years time, I hope that everything will be okay and COVID-19 will not be spreading.
Okay. Well, Crystal, that was really, sorry to tell you, but kind of depressing. But hey, we're still surviving, and
Yes, by God's grace.
So here's a school teacher who's currently unemployed because of the pandemic, who was making 60 bucks a month and wants to teach online but doesn't have a laptop to do it with. She's also got no savings and has to borrow money, which puts her even further behind. And of course, she's still expected to send money home to family. And once again, listen to her big dreams for the next 5 years, that the virus will go away. Not dreams of a house with a white picket fence, just a desire to go back to work. Next, let's talk to a young woman who started working hard at a pretty young age.
hi everyone. I have here Inday, and Inday, can you tell the viewers your age and okay, what do you do for a living? What's your job at the moment?
Tindira siya.
Tindera. Okay, she said tindera, which is like a sales lady in a bakery.
Yes.
Okay, she is a sales attendant in a bakery. So Inday, can you tell us how many hours do you work in a day?
6 a.m. until 9 p.m.
6 a.m. until 9 p.m.
Yes.
Wow. So how much do you earn in a month?
4,000.
4,000 pesos, which is around 80 bucks. And you have to work 7 days a week, or
Yes.
no day off?
No.
She has to work 7 days a week and earn 80 bucks a month and no day off. And you work from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
Wow. So how do you survive? I mean, do you rent or are you...
No.
Okay, so where do you live?
Sa amo ra gyapon amo pero lahi ra mi kwarto.
Okay, so she said that they have free accommodations from her employer. They only have a separate room, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so in your 4,000 pesos a month, which is around $80, by the way, guys, do you send money back home to your parents?
Yes.
How much do you send back home? 2,000?
Yes.
2,000. So half of her wage, she's sending it back home to help her family. So in your leftover around 2,000 pesos, that's the one you're using for your personal expenses and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. So out of 2,000 pesos, how much can you save, or do you have any savings? 500?
Yes.
So basically around 500 pesos you can save in a month. So
Yes.
500 pesos, guys, is around 10 bucks. That's basically her savings in a month. So does your employer give you like extra, like bonus, health insurance? No,
No.
nothing?
Nothing.
No, nothing. Wow, Inday, that's really sad. Well, what are your plans in the future? Like in 5 years' time, what are your hopes and dreams?
Mabuhi ra.
Mabuhi ra?
Oh.
She just said just surviving. That's her hopes and dreams, just to survive the next day. Well, thank you so much, Inday, for your time, and good luck to you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so this teenage Filipino works as a baker for 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 80 bucks. That comes out to 22 cents per hour. Half of that goes to support her parents, meaning she's only making 11 cents an hour for herself, leaving her only $10 a month or 30 cents a day as her disposable income. Her 5-year plan? To survive. No school prom, no beautiful wedding dress, no ballet lessons, just the hope that she's still breathing tomorrow. Well, maybe our last interview subject will give us some hope for the future.
Can you tell the people your name, your age, and your job?
Miss Genevieve Casipong, 21 years old, as a house helper slash caregiving.
Okay, so you do both?
Yes.
Okay, so tell the viewers your daily routine.
Washing the dishes, cleaning the house, and laundry all around.
Okay, everything, and then you're caregiving to members of the family?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us about that?
2 old people and one special child.
Okay, so there are how many people in total in the house?
5.
5. So I assume the other two are the parents.
Yes.
Okay, so how many hours a day you have to work?
2 a.m. to 9 p.m.
2 a.m.
Yes.
till 9 p.m. Oh my God! And tell us how much you earn in a month.
4,000.
4,000 pesos. That's only $80 a month. And do you get a day off? And
No.
really, you
Yes.
don't get day off. So meaning you have to work 7 days a week from 2 a.m. till 9 p.m. Oh my God, Jen. So that's really hard. And how much? So for 4,000 pesos, do you send money back home?
Yes.
So how much is that?
2,000.
So half of your
Yeah.
wage. And in 2,000 pesos that is left
Yes.
for you, what do you do with that? So do you buy clothing? You have
Yeah.
expenses. Okay, so let me get it straight. 2,000 is left from your wage. So you buy something. So how much is your savings roughly?
500.
Oh, okay, so 500, like $10 a month that you can save roughly, and it's not always, right? So tell us about your life, Jen. Are you married? Do you have kids?
Yes, I have a kids. I'm a single mom.
Okay, you're a single mom. How old is your kid?
3 years old.
Okay, so mind if I ask what happened to your the dad of your child?
He cheated.
He cheated, so he just left.
Yeah.
So if I got it correct, you're like around 17 when you got
Yes.
pregnant. So when you got pregnant, he just left you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wow. Well, for those of you guys that don't know, it's kind of typical happenings here that the guy just leave the girlfriend and you don't have any communications with him
No.
anymore. He doesn't support the baby.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No? Oh, okay. Wow, Jen, that is really hard. And so you don't have a day off. So how can you see your child? Where is your child, by the way?
To my mom.
So she's the one taking care of
Yeah.
your child while you're working. Wow. So you don't see your child often?
No.
No, because you have to work
Yeah.
7 days a week. Wow, Jen, that's really hard. So Jen, tell us what are your dreams and hopes like in 5 years time?
I'm alive.
So you're
Yeah.
alive. Okay, so she just hopes that she's alive and surviving. Wow, Jen, that's a tough life, and stay strong, and good luck to you and your child.
I just don't know what to say here, folks. Jen works 19 hours a day, 7 days a week, caring for a family of five, including two elderly people and a special needs child, all for the whopping big sum of 14 cents an hour, and no day off to see the child that she's also solely responsible for after the deadbeat father took off. And like everyone else, she sends half her wages home, leaving her with almost nothing. Yet again, her dream is just to survive. For these people, what's the point of living? Just to be a gear in a machine, always working, never daring to hope for any happiness for themselves? And in this case, what's the difference between poverty and slavery? Just the freedom to choose a different dead end? Is the current system fair to people like Jen? Does she stand any chance? So, what can we take away from all this? Well, most Filipinos will try to get a job, but even when they succeed, they're expected to send a chunk of their wages home to support their aging parents, leaving nothing for them to save, and continuing an endless cycle of poverty. To me, this is a system that turns children into slaves, bound for a lifetime of trying to keep their heads above water while saving their parents from drowning too. And there's no end in sight. Add to this mess the fact that many Filipinos will get pregnant in their teens before they've even formed a strong relationship with the father, leaving them with no way to improve their situations while adding yet another mouth to feed. And to top it all off, birth control is frowned upon here. What a perfect storm of poverty. Now, it's important to understand that the people I interviewed for this video are common Filipinos. I didn't just pull out the hard luck cases to show you. And there are many, many more people who are much worse off than the ones I showcased. People that I didn't have the heart to show you. People who would consider slave wages to be a big improvement. People whose lives are so broken that hope really is a four-letter word. And once again, the question, is the system fair? I'm not sure you noticed, but not one single person I interviewed had any plans or dreams. The things they wished for are things the developed world takes for granted. Having dreams or goals is just not part of most people's lives here, and that's very sad. Now, I don't have the answer for all this. If I did, I'd have already won the Nobel Peace Prize. But I can tell you three things that will give you the best shot at some kind of future, even here in the Philippines. Stay in school and go as far as you can. Learn to be fluent in English and don't get pregnant until you can afford it. If you follow those three rules, at least you have a chance here. And the next time you're complaining about how awful your Western country is, or how everything is going to hell there, watch this video again to remind yourself what hell really is. This has been your intrepid reporter P, fighting in the trenches, dropping truth bombs, and trying to show you life in the Philippines. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Till next time, folks.
Obviously, this video is not going to have a funny ending. I could probably have done one and gotten a few laughs, but it would have made a mockery of the subject that I really wanted you to consider. So instead, I'd like to take this time to announce an upcoming video where I'll be answering questions from you viewers. I keep getting asked to do a Q&A, so I'll finally give in and let you folks ask me anything you like. I reserve the right to choose the questions I want to answer, so I may not respond to yours if it's too personal. but you might be surprised. So get to working on those questions, think up some good ones, and leave them in the comment section below. I may regret this, but I'll do it anyway. See you soon!
Just one last thing before you go. If you think about it, I'm kind of like your waitress, bringing hot, fresh content to the table and serving it to you every week. The only thing I ask for my hard work is that you leave a small tip in the form of a thumbs up on this video, subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you know when your next meal has been served, and sharing this video with friends. I promise it'll only take 10 seconds to do, and your tip will make my day. You wouldn't want to stiff your waitress now, would ya? And for dessert, please enjoy my other videos too. See you real soon! Why do I feel like I'm on a Brady Bunch?